Graph x equals negative y squared plus 9y minus 14. Let's start by finding our vertex, which will be xy. Since this is x equals all of this, we can start by letting y equal negative b over 2a. Using those coefficients then, negative b would be negative 9 over 2 times negative 1. So negative 9 over negative 2, which will simplify to simply 9/2. Now that I know that y equals 9/2, I can use that to solve for x. So x will equal negative 9/2 squared plus 9 times 9/2 minus 14. Simplifying, x equals negative 81/4 plus 81/2 minus 14, or simply 25 over 4. So my vertex will be 25/4 and 9/2. Next, let's move on to our x and y intercepts. Our x-intercept, we're going to let y equal 0. So x equals negative 0 squared plus 9 times 0 minus 14, or simply negative 14. So my x-intercept will be negative 14, 0. Next, let's move on to our y-intercept. For our y-intercept, let's let x equal 0. So we'll have 0 equals negative y squared plus 9y minus 14. And we can start by trying to factor. So 0 equals negative 1 times y squared minus 9y plus 14. And we can make that negative 1 go away by dividing both sides by negative 1. 0 divided by anything is still going to be 0. So 0 equals y squared minus 9y plus 14. Next, let's try to factor. So 0 equals y minus 7 times y minus 2. Next, let's set each of those equal to 0. So y minus 7 equals 0, or y minus 2 equals 0. Adding 7 to both sides gives me y equals 7, or that would be a y-intercept of 0, 7. Adding 2 to both sides gives me y equals 2, which would give me a y-intercept at 0, 2. Now that I found that information, let's come down here to our graph. We see that we have the vertex at 25/4 and 9/2. We have the y-intercepts at 0, 7 and at 0, 2. And we have our x-intercept at negative 14, 0. From these points, we can sketch our graph.